let's go with that. Go ahead.
Good. Start over. Okay. Welcome to the Park and Rec meeting. Call this meeting to order at 4:30 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Roll call. Both directors are present. Moving on to the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No.
No? Okay. Motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda?
All right, I second. So agenda approved. We have no members of the public in person or online. So we will move on to approval of minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, I second. So minutes approved. Moving on to number 4, update on Phelan Farmers Market.
Thank you, Rebecca. If I can turn this over to Rowena McDermott to give her report. She's the Farmers Market Manager.
Hello, my name is Rowena McDermott. I'm the Phelan Farmers Market Manager, and I have been for going on 10 years this year. So guess what? We're going to celebrate. We're going to have an anniversary party on June 3rd. That'll involve face painting, balloons, hopefully, music. We're going to give away free root beer floats to the community and lollipops along with the face painting for the kids. If I can find out anything else I can add to it, I will before then. We're very much looking forward to it. In addition, each month for the last 4 months, I believe it's been, we've been highlighting a long-term vendor, giving away $50 of their product as the raffle prize each first Monday of the month.
Wow.
Standardly, we always have that raffle. Normally, it's a mixed basket of produce and vendors' goods, but by highlighting them, we're thanking them for their loyalty to the market. So we'll do that for a couple more months, though I will make an exception on June 3rd. I want to make a massive raffle basket that will include a little bit of everything from the market to highlight what we have there now. We did switch the farms just recently, and I'm really happy with the main produce farm that we've switched to. It brought prices down, it brought variety up, it brought quality up. It was definitely the right thing to do. Managing a small market can be challenging in that we cannot have 10 different farms there. It would dilute their sales, and so it's always kind of a juggling act to keep everybody happy. In addition, we are still running the Market Match grant that we have for 9 years now. It is at a $15 match right now, where an EBT customers come in, they slide their card for 15 or more, they receive $15 in free fruits and vegetables. That probably will be reducing to $10 in July. The governor did not sign the grant into this year's budget, and the Ecology Center, which administers the grant, had switched all their funding to state a few years back. So now they did a really quick juggle, and they have remaining funds that they're going to run the small markets on that are in what they call the CNIP funds, and that'll include the Phelan Farmers Market, and that will get us through next August 2025. And then the larger markets are going to be run under the GusNIP federal funding that they just filed for. And hopefully that'll get all markets within the Market Match grant through August 2025 until maybe some more state funding opens up. So tax incomes were grossly different than what they expected this year. So unfortunately it did affect us in that case, but they did take good care of us, and it will continue on, so we will have that Market Match grant for 10 years as of next year.
Nice.
Trying to think, what else have we been up to? That pretty much sums it up. Because of the new farm coming on board, traffic has increased. I see a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. It definitely was the right thing to do. We've been running what we call social media boost each weekend. I run that on Saturday and Sunday, and it can go anywhere from $50 to $100, and it brings in a number of new faces. So that benefits everyone at the market. And I think that's it. I can't think of anything else we've been up to. Do you have any questions?
No, just thank you so much for that update. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good news.
Yeah, and thank you for continuing to support the Phelan Farmers Market. The community definitely appreciates it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, and we do shop the farmer's market, so my wife and daughter go and
Okay.
appreciate it. There's some good
Awesome.
stuff there.
Nice.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you, lady. Guys, have a good day.
Bye-bye, thank you.
All right, so moving on to number 5, review and discussion regarding Park and Rec events.
Thank you. I think the Parks Committee is pretty familiar with the list of events and classes. There was a couple, I can go through this fairly quickly like I've always tried to do, if that's okay. So the last time we met in January, I think we kind of settled a lot of things that meeting and ended up canceling the regular February meeting. So it's been a minute since we've been together. Anyways, it's still the same thing. Monthly, we have the teaching garden. Weekly, we have the senior line dancing, and that's throughout the whole year. You'll see back as far as we had a tire cleanup day and community cleanup back in March that they do at the CNR service yard. And then getting into, before I leave March, we did have the open house at the fire station up there to try to gather some information, and that's part of this packet. April did a kids baking class. I think it was Jennifer that did the home and garden show, and also the Little League opening day where they hand out lots of information, so people, a lot of people, I guess, take pictures of the flyers now, so it makes it pretty handy of upcoming events and classes. We did have the women's self-defense class also in April. And then we had a field trip where we had just about 100 second graders come over from the elementary school, and Michelle, the same person that does the gardening classes, held the class, and it was really neat just to show them the typical, here's a seed, here's what the plant looks like as it's growing, here's what it is when it produces vegetables, stuff like that. And anyways, it was really neat. We got to hand out some pencils and some little workbooks for them. We also participated, and I know Rebecca was there as well, the Snowline School District Community Resource Fair that the first one was this year. I thought it was pretty good. So getting into June and July, where we drop in all of our summer programs, the painting class, all these are our weekly classes, archery, and of course movies in the park. And we also have a day, June and July, where we're having a baking class. That's a real popular class. Everybody seems to enjoy it. You'll see in July that from the beginning we July 4th falls on Thursday, so there's a few things that are skipped that week because of that. Again, there's another baking class, and that pretty much sums it up for the summertime stuff. Going into October, another kids baking class. We also have the Phelan Fun Day. There's a tree workshop and giveaway again that month that we had last year. And then it goes into November, December's baking classes and painting classes that are themed for the holidays. And then the world famous tree lighting ceremony. Any questions about anything?
No? Good. All right, so we will move on to number 6, update regarding Phelan Community Park expansion and improvement projects.
Last week, the board, Matt Wallace, he did an update with the whole board as far as the Phelan Park stuff. You'll see one of the handouts there that Kim Sevi did to kind of identify, because things start getting mixed together in conversations. So this kind of spells out the different grants and the different projects, but it's mostly a list of the different projects. And all these projects are from the government funded. So I think that's really helpful, even when we get together, because it's the same people like Civic Center and then stuff that we're trying to add into Phelan Park. People drift off a little bit because you're all together, so people start talking about the Civic Center, so we just wanted to get it all separated there on paper to better identify what's what.
Yeah.
So I think she's calling it either the improvement project or the park enhancement. So that way it's not a park expansion. Any features we add into the park, it is just an enhancement. And the other project is, the 14 acres is another whole project all by itself. Any questions about any of that?
No? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this is very helpful. It breaks it down very nicely, because it does get kind of, convoluted when we start talking about it, and breaking it down into separate sections is nice, so I appreciate that. All right, number 7 was update on Teaching Garden.
I already talked about the class that they had, which is unusual other than just the regular garden class once a month. And I hate to say it's the same old, because I really appreciate what she does.
Yeah.
And so it's going along just as it always does.
Good. Okay, so then we will move on to 8, former Piñon Hills Fire Station proposed improvements.
You'll see in your handouts, it's kind of a summary of what people kind of filled out little cards and handed them in during the open house, along with and it also went in the same thing where we kind of showed them. A lot of people never even been in the community center, so we showed them that and how it connects to it and all that kind of stuff. And you'll see that the multi-purpose thing is really came out to be the best idea. And so you guys are already aware that we kind of put a $100,000 money into the budget, so we can, there's a lot of things to look at on getting things right up there, from ADA stuff to a remodel basically, but one of these days we'll have to get up there and look at it so you guys can really see it. But anyways, if you turn to, there's a couple pictures involved here, but the one that has a couple pictures on it as part of this letter, in the middle of the room at the back of it, that's where at one day they added on. So we have old plans, and probably we'll have to literally physically dig into what the joists and beams look like on that post that's set at the back of that room, so we can the goal is to try to open up the whole room instead of having it divided off like that. But anyways, there's a ton of things to think about, and you know, the idea of having it'd be such a bigger space for events there. Say you have dinner and whatever on one side, say on the side where the kitchen is, and dancing or whatever it might be on the other side. You know, it opens up a lot of room, a lot of space. So anyways, it's
Yeah.
a lot of things that we're going to be looking into as the budget passes. So it's a lot of different things, but in general, we're going to have a multi-use room.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Very nice. Any other questions?
No.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, just real quick, I did want to point out
Yeah.
before we move on, if you look at the little page that has the drawings on it, the schematics,
Yeah,
you'll see at the bottom of the page, I could barely read it with my reading glasses on, but the Piñon Hills Community Center is right through that door. Right through that door, it's literally 1 foot away from that is the men's restroom in the Phelan Community Center. And then the women's restroom is after that, so it's all the same level and everything. So it's convenient when it comes to accessible restrooms for that multi-use room.
got it.
That's all I got on that one.
Okay. So this is the bay, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I was assuming, so.
yeah, the offices are another, we looked at it as what can we do to get something up and going fairly quickly, you know, for the public to use.
Yeah.
So, the Bay Area and all that
Yeah.
is ideal
The
to
more
do
logical.
that and start working on ideas and other things for the office areas.
Okay. Nice, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's a big space, it's good, very good. All right, so let's see, moving on to number 9, staff report. Anything additional to add?
Nothing additional.
Okay. Number 10, committee comments. Anything? All right. Number 11, review of action items. I don't think there were any prior meeting action items.
No, I don't see any.
Not that I know.
And current meeting,
I have
nothing.
noted none.
All right. So then we will set agenda for next meeting on August 13th. Anything that you wanted to add to that?
No.
No? All right. We're good? Okay. So with no further business, we will adjourn at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.